Hey guys, this is Jared with Confused Films, and today I'm going to be taking a quick look at the Deeper Fish Finder. So this is not a review, this is just kind of my first impressions, kind of what I'm thinking here. It's basically the first of its kind, and basically what it is, it's a fish sonar, except it works with iOS applications. Obviously not just iOS applications, it can work with Android also, but it's pretty sweet. So some of my first impressions of this were that it was really small and it was really clean cut. I thought it was very simple. There are actually no buttons on the actual fish finder thing. It's all totally wireless. Basically, it's got some sensors on the bottom here, those two dots you see. So when it hits the water, it automatically turns on and you can pair it with your device. Obviously, that is the device of your choice. When you buy it, you're actually only buying the fish finder. You need to have the rest of the stuff. The app is free to download, and you can actually download it and try out the simulation of what it would look like. So if you're into this outdoors type of stuff, this is actually a really awesome unit. So over here you can see that you've got this little screw piece and you've got all these holes, and basically it varies on where how your position is. So you've got the top hole, so if you were lowering it from a bridge or something like that, you'd use the top hole. If you're casting from a boat or something, you would probably end up using this one. And then there's a hole over here. You could use that if you were fishing from the shore, like the beach, or well, I don't know if you fish from the beach, but yeah. The unit itself actually screws apart, and so this is the top half. There's really nothing special in there, just a few things like that. Then down here is where all the actual electronics are. So you have on top here a QR barcode that you can scan with your phone or device or whatever, and that should take you to somewhere where you can download the app. Obviously, when you buy the fish finder, they give you an option of whether you want to select Android or iOS. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. As you can see, there are no buttons on it, like I said before, and all there is the charging cord, and that's just a micro USB, so it does come with a charging cord. Also comes with a bunch of other stuff, but we won't really get into that. So that's really all there is to know about the actual fish finder. Going into the application a little bit, I've just got the simulation running in the background, so this is basically what it would look like while running. So this would be either monitoring an area or you reeling it in. It really depends on your preference. Now you can just pop that back up and you can see you've got your water temperature there, your depth. You can change that to feet and Fahrenheit, whatever you want. It depends on how you roll, how your location is, if you're in Canada or in the US or some other parts of the world. Looking at the app itself, on top you have a calendar, so you can keep an eye on, I don't know, when good times are to fish. It's got the moons and everything there, so that's all like fishing information. I do a little bit of fishing myself. You also have a camera app, so if you do happen to catch a fish, you don't actually have to leave the app in your phone or iPad or whatever to take a picture. You can just hit that and boom, that pops up. So that's pretty awesome in itself. You also have a weather app, so you don't even have to leave the application to check your weather. It gives you all that kind of information, all that handy junk or whatever. So that's handy for if you're out on the lake or whatnot. You've got notes. I don't really know what that would be for, but it's for a fishing log or something. You've got maps, so that you can mark your locations or whatever. You've got a sharing feature, so you can share pictures you've taken, blah, 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 stuff like that. Then, of course, you also have settings over here, and that lets you basically configure a lot of the things about the fish finder itself. Right now we're in metric. I would rather be in, let me see here, imperial, so we're going to switch over to that. Go back. You can switch the frequency, so it's on a narrow beam right now. It's going to go a little deeper, but you can change it to a wide beam and get a bit of a wider radius there. It won't go quite as deep, but you know what I'm saying. Of course, you've got depth alarms, the fish alarm, so it'll beep when it sees a fish or whatever. You've got, you can check your history, right? So that's pretty awesome. You can do lots of junk here, manage all that kind of stuff. We're going to go over here. So if you want to check the history, you can just buzz right back like that and look back on where you have gone. So yeah, my first impressions are that it's been thought out very well. It's very clean cut. The app itself is a little rough around the edges, I believe. Sometimes when you're using it on a smaller screen, sometimes the buttons tend to be a little bit unresponsive. That obviously can be fixed in later versions of the app. And it certainly doesn't affect the performance of the fish finder itself, but yeah, thought I'd throw that out there. So I thought I'd just put this one on the board for you. I will be doing a review and test of this later on in the year, but right now the fishing season really isn't big here because we are kind of dumped on with snow and ice. We don't have enough ice to actually go ice fishing with it, though this thing is good for that too. Guys, I'm Jared. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and happy 2014.